Hey guys, welcome back for another Horrific Visions guide. Today I'll be walking through the abilities of the bosses and mobs within the Valley of Wisdom. As we enter into the Valley of Wisdom, we run into an ally of ours, Overlord Gaira? Gaira? I don't know what his name is. But he's ranting about Blood of Nazoth and Thrall, I think.
The fourth son of Durotan must die!
I'm not really sure. But basically, the goal of this zone is to kill 2 mini-bosses and clear enough trash in order to spawn the big boss at the end. Now, the first 2 enemies we run into should look familiar. It's a Faceless Willbreaker and a Faceless Shadowcaller. They are located in some of the other zones. Faceless Willbreakers will cast Dark Smash, which is a frontal attack. Just don't stand in this. And Faceless Shadowcallers spawn these orbs that you want to stay away from. I was able to kill them both fairly quickly, so you shouldn't have any problem here. I immediately make my way to the right and pull this large pack here over the bridge. There are some void globules in this pack, which you can just cleave down. There are also some crawling corruptions, who after a while will cast Creepycrawler. This is basically an enrage where they gain 160% physical damage increase, so you can use defensives against this or just kite them if there's some room. But honestly, you should be able to kill them before they are even able to get this off. Up next, we run into this fat blob who is a mini-boss with 2 basic abilities. Sanguine Residue will spawn these pink swirls that leave blood pools behind them. They would deal shadow damage, sanity damage, and heal the blob for whatever amount of damage you take, so just don't stand in these. And the second ability is Visceral Fluid, which is a quicker cast and spawns multiple pink pools and clusters underneath you. These do much more sanity damage and are a little bit harder to avoid, but you can quickly sidestep this if you see them on the ground. After the boss, I'm just over 52% on trash for the zone, so we head over and find out our friend Gaia was feeling kind of tough and pulled a Dominator and 2 Mind Carvers. We want to focus the Dominators first, as they will stun you with Touch of the Abyss. It happens to go off here, but luckily I wasn't punished for it. And then the Mind Carvers have an energy bar, and if that reaches 100%, then you get feared, so you just want to kill them before that goes off. I decided to skip this pack because I don't think I'm going to need to kill it, and decide to make my way up the hill where I run into some burrowing appendages. These tendies will keep you in combat and then submerge underground for a bit if you don't kill them, so I try to focus them first unless there's a Dominator in the pack. Then I focus them second. Also, don't stand in their sand swirl, as standing in stuff is bad for you in this game, except for sometimes. After this pack, we run into another bigger pole with more of the same ads. A good rule of thumb for most ads and mobs in this zone is to focus the smaller, more dangerous ones first, and then you can swap to the bigger guys. So as you see here, I just cleave everything down. It's really not too big of a problem. We kill the appendages, and then we kill the crawling corruptions, and then we kill this big guy last. So it's not too hard. Just make sure you're focusing the right targets and you're not standing and stuff on the ground, and it's a pretty simple thing. After this, we make our way back up the hill, and we encounter the next mini-boss, which is the Void Crazed Hulk. You'll see I'm a little bit low on sanity here, so I decide to pop an orb and pull him into it. But this mini-boss has 3 main abilities. The first is called Punishing Throw, which is where he will throw you towards your allies if you're in a group run, and will deal physical damage, it will slow you, and deal sanity damage. His next ability is Explosive Leap, where he will leap towards an impact area, dealing lots of sanity and physical damage, so you just want to make sure you avoid that and stand away from it. And then his last ability is Howling in Pain. It's an interrupt that also deals physical damage, so make sure to avoid casting during this if you see it about to go off. After we kill the Purple Hulk, who is always angry, we did enough to spawn the main boss of the zone, who will come running from the gate where we entered. His 3 main abilities are Defiled Ground, which is a frontal attack that leaves a trail of purple evil on the ground, Unleash Corruption, which is where he spawns a bunch of ads, defiled corruptions, from swirls on the ground. You need to kill these as they will enrage and deal extra physical damage. And then the last ability is Ring of Chaos, which is a giant black ring of spheres that deals damage and stuns you for 3 seconds. All in all, if you save cooldowns, you should be able to zerg him down fairly quickly, as he only has 1.1 million health. Just make sure to take care of the ads in time before they overwhelm your group. And that's all there is to it. Most of the trash in here is from other zones, and the bosses really aren't too difficult. So I'd say this zone is a fair bit easier than Valley of Honor, simply because that Rexar fight can be pretty punishing. But let me know how your guys' runs have been going in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this guide and want to see more like it, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button for more content. Thanks for watching.